Okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, your gym, and one interesting fact about yourself.
I'm Raphael Ferreira. I train at Unified Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Salt Lake City, and my parents are Brazilian.
Nice.
Yeah.
So scrolling through your Instagram, it's clear that you have an affinity for arm bars. Maybe not an affinity, but you hit them a ton. What do people often overlook when controlling their opponent's arms?
Interesting. The direction of the thumb. So the direction of the thumb and taking the arm to the mat. So oftentimes, especially beginners, will try to break right in the middle of the chest, and you just don't get as much leverage as if you put it off to the side. If you put it off to the side, you can put your hip into it more, and you can really take it to the ground. And the other one's the direction of the thumb. So if you've had somebody that you just can't armbar, right, they're always turning their thumb and getting it out, right, hitchhiking or going backwards, kind of like the Nicky Rod style. I really like grabbing just the meat of the thumb with one hand. So one hand, I'll grab the forearm really tight. The other hand, I'll grab the meat of the thumb to control that direction. And then you always want to break the arm over the opposite direction of the thumb. So if the thumb points this way, you want to break it that way, right? Not necessarily that way. You want to break it completely opposite. So if you're taking over this hip, then you want the thumb pointing like this. If the thumb is pointing up, you're not going to get as much leverage. So always turning that thumb to get that proper angle.
Now, you've been competing for a while, and if I'm not mistaken, you're from Utah.
Yes.
Yeah. What's it like to be able to like train and compete and travel?
Yeah.
Like, you're building a bit of a name for yourself. How's that feel?
Yeah. Oh man, it's amazing. You know, I have my parents, they support me a lot, and my coach supports me a lot. It's probably pretty awkward, like hearing somebody's coming out of Utah. We have a couple of people who compete a lot, but I wouldn't say that Utah is a huge competitive scene.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to have this opportunity, be able to go to the West Coast, and now I've been on the East Coast a few times. It's really exciting.
That's awesome, man. Now, you've competed at a high level, winning gold at several highly respected tournaments like IBJJF and PANS. What sets Arena apart and makes them worth competing for?
Yeah, man, Arena, I think they're just super fun. The endurance format, it's like the 3 rounds, right? So you can submit the guy more than once. I think that's a blast. And then I think it's cool that they allow all the submissions, right? You got your heel hooks, you can do your flying subs, you can jump guard. You know, a lot of organizations don't allow stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just the environment, the energy here, everybody's really fun. Everybody's hanging out. You know, there's music playing all the time.
Clearly, it's very loud in here. Yeah. And just a final message to your family, friends, fans.
Yeah. Just have fun. Just enjoy life as much as you can.
I like it, brother. Thank you very much.